Hi everyone.
Hi, bro.
It is our first time meeting each other in person.
I was so excited to meet you guys.
Do you guys know Rafi, our friend, there is something bad happened to him. I actually did not believe this, but I know this when I called her his mother, and she said that Rafi has been involved in drug abuse.
How did you know?
Oh God, how can he be involved in that kind of case? I can tell you because last summer he saved my mother. Pity him because he was our good friend.
His mother told me about that last night. I was so worried about him because he avoided talking with me this week. So I called his mother's number. His mother told me that he looked so stressed since last month, but she did not have a chance to ask him directly. Many people don't understand why or how other people become addicted to drugs. They may mistakenly think that those who use drugs lack moral principles or willpower and that they could stop their drug abuse simply by choosing to. In reality, drug addiction is a complex disease and quitting usually takes more than good intentions or a strong will. Drugs change the brain in ways that make it hard even for those who want to.
Oh, I see. But actually, drug abuse is the willful misuse of drugs for the purpose of recreation, perceived necessity, or convenience. Drug abuse is more intense and often willful misuse of drug often to the point of addiction. In the Western world, the incident show a decline or a steady pattern, but the number of drug addicts still enormous.
Well, from what I know, addiction is a chronic disease characterized by drug seeking and use that is compulsive or difficult to control despite harmful consequences. The initial decision to take drug is voluntary for most people, but repeated drug use can lead to brain change, can challenge an addicted person's self-control and interfere with their ability to resist to take drugs. So now I was a little worried about Rafi.
It's such good information. Actually, there is a lot of common reason why drug abuse occurs among students like us. First of all, genetic and environmental factors interact with critical developmental stages in a person's life to affect addiction risk. Although taking drugs at an age can lead to addiction, the earlier that drug use begins, the more likely it will progress to addictions. This is particularly problematic for teens because areas in their brains that controls decision-making, judgment, and self-control are still developing. Teens may be especially prone to risky behaviors, including trying drugs.
Well, I actually did some research and found that the genes that people are born with account for about half a percent risk for addiction. For example, gender, ethnicity, and the presence of other mental disorder may also influence risk of drug use and addiction.
Apart from that, drug abuse occurs because a person's environment includes many different influences, from family and friends to economic status and general quality of life. Factors such as peer pressure, physical and sexual abuse, early exposed to drugs, stress and parental guidance can greatly affect a person's likelihood of drug use and addiction.
I also heard that the environment also plays an important part in developing an addiction because the environment influences behavior. The environmental factors which may contribute to drug addiction include absence of support, absence of social support, use of drugs among peers, socio-economic status, stress and ability to cope with it, parental and familial involvement, history of abuse or neglect, and also history of compulsive behavior.
Yes, Abu, all of what you heard were right. Other causes of it are drug addiction amongst two families who have in part for genetic reasons and in part due to environmental influences. If you have a blood relative relative who is addicted, especially parent or whose sibling, we have a higher risk of drug addiction.
I absolutely agree with you guys, and lastly, some causes are mental health problems. If you suffer from mental health problems, whether or not it has been diagnosed and whether or not you take medication for it, you are at higher risk for addiction. Mental problems include anxiety, depression, and even bipolar.
But there are a lot of ways you can exercise to prevent drug abuse.
Yes, I know some of it such as stick to your plan or monitor your growing. It may seem like you're recovered and you don't need to keep taking steps to stay drug free. But the chance of staying drug free will be much higher if you continue seeing your therapist or counselor. I think Rafi should go into support group meeting and taking prescribed medication.
Another possible ways to overcome drug abuse that everyone can follow is avoiding high risk situations. Don't go back to the neighborhood where you used to get your drug, and stay away from your old drug crowd. Get help immediately if you're using the drug again. If you start using the drug again, immediately talk to your doctor and your mental health professional or someone else who can help you right away.
The best way to prevent an addiction to a drug is not to take the drug at all. If your doctor prescribes a drug with the potential for addictions, use care when taking the drug and following the instructions provided by your doctor. Doctors should prescribe these medications at safe doses and amounts and monitor their use so that you're not given too great dose or for too long a time. If you feel need to take more than the prescribed dose of a medication, talk to your doctor.
I also think that another easy way to overcome drug abuse is by considering the things that are important to you, such as your partner, your child, your kid, your pet, your health, or your career. How does your drug use affect you?
Yes, Alia, I agree with you. They also can seek treatment for any mental health problem simultaneously. As you seek help for drug addiction, it is also important to get treatment for any other medical or physiological issues that you are experiencing. Your best chance of recovery is by getting combined mental health and addiction treatment from the same tree or a same treatment provider.
They should support for your addiction recovery such as build a solid social network. If your previous social life involved around drugs, you may need to make some new connections. It's important to have sober friends who will support your recovery. Try taking a class, joining a religious or a civic group, volunteering or attending events in your community.
I think Rafi should try to find medical help without insurance. His family actually should consider it. If they did want, Rafi's condition become more worse. But if Rafi did not have insurance, he can still find medical attention for drug rehabilitation. It is because finding medical help without insurance is more difficult but entirely possible. First, Rafi should go to community healthcare clinic because they offer services that are just good as the private healthcare clinic. They have sliding scale so that you can buy what you can afford. Rafi also can find a cash based on medical provider. There are doctors who work on cash only system. I think this way might suit Rafi well.
I agree with you, Alia. In my opinion, Rafi should register for a drug rehab and recovery facility. Consider the location, price, duration, and style of the treatment at the facility. Some recovery facilities are focused on the spiritual aspect of addiction. Medical model is emphasized at other facilities. Look into whether your insurance policy covers your drug rehabilitation programs. Rehabilitation program can be difficult to get coverage for your under insurance. So talk to your insurance provider, especially if you have a drug diagnosis or psychiatric and substance abuse, which is common. If so, then your insurance policy is more likely to cover the cost. Consider whether you need a place that addresses both spiritual and medical aspects for your condition.
Next, I think try cognitive behavioral therapy. Because this form of therapy emphasizes the need to learn new skills and behavior in the recovery process. Cognitive behavioral therapy empowers individuals with effective ways of coping with the urge to take drugs. The skills learned during this form of therapy can retain years after recovery might be complete. Behavioral therapy can also help you. I think behavioral therapy can also help Rafi'i to avoid regret. It also can help him cope with and avoid people, place, and things that he can associate with taking drugs.
Besides, Rafi'i also need to join a support group for people with your addiction. It can help him to talk to people who are going through similar experiences. There are many support group for people who are trying to overcome their drug abuse. People who participate in support group are typically more likely to remain clean and sober because it allows them to surround themselves with non-users. Cocaine Anonymous is a support group for people who want to get clean for cocaine and other mind-altering substances. Check out LinkedIn in your area. Narcotic Anonymous is a support group for people wishing to recover from narcotics. So, the only requirement to join is a desire to stop using drugs. Nicotine Anonymous is a support group for people who are hoping to quit smoking and nicotine addiction.
Other than that, Rafi'i individually has to make a detailed plan to stop abusing drugs. He should include detailed goals. Drug treatment facilities will generally require complete abstinence from drugs and alcohol. If he were quitting outside of a treatment facility, he might decide to set a series of goals that build in ambition until you have achieved abstinence. For instance, you might decide to gradually reduce your consumption in the first week or two, aim for no abstinence in the third week, and then aim for complete abstinence afterwards. Talk to your doctor about your plans. Your plans should also include details on new activities that do not include drugs and basis to meet the people who are not part of the drug scene. You will need to be 100% committed to the goals you set. Achieving your goals will involve a complete change of your life, such as the friends you spend time with and the way you spend your time. You may need to change your social circle so that outside influences and peer pressure will not hinder your recovery. A good friend will encourage clean living without using drugs or alcohol.
I also think, in my opinion, Rafi'i should start a motivation practice to deal with stress. Because since he will quit drugs, he will never need another way to cope with stress and anxiety. Meditation can be used to relax and cope with stress and anxiety. I think he should take 5 minutes in the morning or the evening and sit with a nice tea.
Next, Rafi'i should start a daily exercise routine. Exercise is a great way of coping with stress. It can help you cope during recovery from drug addiction. Also, exercise can help restore dopamine levels in the brain to their normal levels prior to drug abuse. So, starting an exercise routine can help you cope and heal from drug abuse. Start a daily walking or hiking routine. A brisk 15-minute walk can help you cope with craving and enjoy your surroundings. Try yoga. Yoga offers a nice balance of physical activity and meditation to reduce stress and anxiety. It can help you balance mind and body and makes you feel good. Try a strength training routine. With training can help you not only build muscle but also restore your natural sleep cycle. If you have insomnia problem, it can help. If you have insomnia problems, it can be especially beneficial. Join a team sport. Playing on a team sport has the added benefit of socializing away from the temptation of drugs and alcohol.
Next, Rafi'i also have to eat healthy fats, sufficient carbohydrate, and limit caffeine. The brain can be damaged from drug abuse, so you need to give it to a proper nutrient to heal. For instance, a good diet to recover from drug abuse should include healthy fats, limited caffeine intake, and adequate carbohydrate. You should also avoid fried food and other sources of saturated fat. Try nutrient counseling. Medical nutrient counseling for individuals with drug addiction focuses on stabilizing mood, reducing stress, and reducing craving, and addressing underlying medical conditions. Increase your consumption of omega-3. You can find omega-3 fatty acid in fish like mackerel, salmon, whitefish, tuna, and herring. You can also find healthy fat in flaxseed, walnut, and chia seed. You can also find them in egg yolk.
Besides, Rafi'i must avoid socializing with drug use friends because Rafi'i must avoid socializing with drug use friends. Even so, it will be taught to lose his friend. But remember that being around some people can be a trigger for this addiction. You should try using behavioral therapy to help you cope with triggers such as particular stressful cases. I think you should ask these therapists or potential therapists if they offer behavioral therapy and if it could help with this situation.
Last but not least, find a therapist who offers network therapy. Some physiologists offer a form of treatment called network therapy. This involves a close group of friends, family, and activities who are all committed to helping your recovery from drug abuse. In this model, you have an entire social network supporting your recovery from drug abuse. Your friends, family, and youth therapists all play a role so that you have the right help and people when you need them. Simply ask your therapist or a potential therapist if they offer this treatment or similar approaches.
We had a really long talk and interesting topic. How about we go visit Rafi's mother? She may need more support or someone to talk to.
I think it might be a good plan. I want to do so. Plus, I miss Kubaku so much.
You're so funny, Alia. So how about 5 o'clock?
Sure, maybe that's there. We had a really long talk and interesting topic. We should...
Jangan gelak Alia. Alia gelak anak tu.
3, 2, 1. We had a really long talk and interesting topic. How about we go visit Rafi's mother? She may need someone to talk to or we need some more support.
Aku ingatkan yang ini ya bro satu.
We had a really long talk and interesting topic. How about we go and visit Rafi's mother? We had a really long talk and interesting topic. How about we go visit Rafi's mother? She may need more support or someone to talk to. Dah, sampai sini boleh gelak, kita gelak.
Okay, apa?
Apa gelak? Alia gelak je. I nak gelak.
Apa je lagi kau gelak lah.
Jangan cap-cap.
Baik.
Satu, dua, tiga. Yes, Alia, I agree with you. There also can seek treatment for any mental health problem simultaneously. As you seek help for drug addiction, it is also important to get treatment for any medical or physical.
So how about 5 o'clock?
Sure,